It now appears that 17 American soldiers were lost when their helicopter was shot down by enemy fire.
Operation Red Wings Deadly Navy SEAL Mission. In the rugged mountains of northeastern Afghanistan, near the border with Pakistan, a mission was launched that would go down as one of the most harrowing and heroic stories in the history of the U.S. Navy SEALs. Codenamed Operation Red Wings, it was designed to disrupt Taliban activity in the Pek district of Kunar Province. But what was supposed to be a swift, calculated operation turned into a deadly firefight, one that tested the limits of endurance, loyalty, and survival. Let's go back to June 2005. At the time, Taliban fighters under the command of a notorious insurgent leader named Ahmad Shah had been terrorizing local villagers and attacking coalition forces. Shah's men were believed to be responsible for the deaths of over 20 U.S. Marines and countless Afghan civilians. The U.S. military wanted to put an end to his reign of terror, and the task fell into the hands of an elite group of Navy SEALs. A four-man SEAL reconnaissance and surveillance team was inserted into the mountainous region on June 27, 2005. Their mission: locate Ahmad Shah, confirm his presence, and gather intelligence to set the stage for a larger assault. The team was made up of Lieutenant Michael Murphy, Petty Officer 2nd Class Danny Dietz, Petty Officer 2nd Class Matthew Axelson, and Petty Officer Marcus Luttrell. These were men trained to survive in the most extreme environments, but nothing could prepare them for what lay ahead. After being dropped into the mountains by helicopter, the SEALs began their slow, stealthy trek through the hostile terrain. But as fate would have it, their presence didn't go unnoticed. On the morning of June 28th, they were discovered by 3 local goat herders, an elderly man and 2 younger boys. Following military protocol, the SEALs detained the herders and debated what to do next. The options were grim: kill the herders and violate rules of engagement, or release them and risk compromise. In the end, Murphy made the moral call. The herders were released and the SEALs quickly changed position. But the decision came at a deadly cost. Within hours, the team was ambushed by dozens of Taliban fighters who had tracked them through the mountains. The SEALs were trapped on a steep mountainside, fighting against overwhelming odds in an intense gun battle that lasted for hours. Bullets echoed across the rocky cliffs as the team tried desperately to find cover and return fire. Lieutenant Michael Murphy, realizing their situation was dire, made the ultimate sacrifice. With the radio signal weak and the team pinned down, he moved into open ground to call for backup. Exposed to enemy fire, he placed the call to Bagram Air Base, giving away their position in a desperate plea for help. Murphy was mortally wounded during the call, but his bravery allowed reinforcements to be dispatched. Back at base, a Chinook helicopter loaded with 8 more SEALs and 8 Army Night Stalkers took off in response to the call. But as the helicopter approached the battlefield, it was struck by a rocket-propelled grenade fired by Taliban fighters. The explosion killed all 16 men on board instantly, marking it as the deadliest single day for U.S. Naval Special Warfare Forces since World War II. Meanwhile, on the ground, the remaining SEALs continued to fight for survival. Danny Dietz was fatally shot. Matthew Axelson, though severely wounded, fought until the end. Marcus Luttrell, the only one to survive, was blown off a cliff by an RPG blast. Battered and broken, he crawled and stumbled through the mountains, evading enemy patrols for nearly a day. Eventually, Luttrell was found by local Afghan villagers who, despite the danger, chose to protect him under the ancient code of Pashtunwali, an ethical tradition that demands shelter and protection to those in need, even at great personal risk. The villagers hid Luttrell from the Taliban, fed him, treated his wounds, and sent word to nearby U.S. forces. After several days, a rescue team arrived and extracted him safely. Operation Red Wings cost the lives of 19 American servicemen and left an indelible mark on military history, but it also revealed the courage and sacrifice of the men involved, especially the 4 SEALs who faced impossible odds with unwavering resolve. Michael Murphy was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. Danny Dietz and Matthew Axelson received the Navy Cross for their actions. Marcus Luttrell also received the Navy Cross and later chronicled the events in his best-selling book, Lone Survivor, which would go on to become a major motion picture. But beyond medals and recognition, Operation Red Wings became a symbol, a stark reminder of the brutal realities of war, the brotherhood of elite warriors, and the heavy price of freedom. These were not just names on a list. They were sons, husbands, friends, men who believed in something greater than themselves. And while the mission didn't go as planned, their legacy lives on in every SEAL who puts on the uniform and in every life touched by their story. Operation Red Wings wasn't just a mission, it was a testament to valor, and the world will never forget.